What is going on, crew? Welcome back to the Boardroom Podcast, where we help you stay calm, change lives, and have business on your terms. Back with my boy Tikis. We're going to be diving into kind of like our philosophy when it comes to providing a world-class service. All right. Something that we actually hold very core is reputation over revenue, right? So I'm willing to forego and even take a loss at my own personal expense if it means preserving the reputation of our brand, right? Case in point, like 2023, dude, I issued over $200,000 worth of refunds because the product just wasn't good enough. Kept messing up. It was causing issues. And instead of like forcing people to like deal with it, like, dude, so sorry we couldn't make this work for you. Here's your money back. So sorry we couldn't make this work. Here's your money back. And I have P&L statements when we're reviewing our financials for the previous year when I'm talking to potential investors. They're like, what happened for the month of June, July, and August? Like, what the hell happened to the business? Like, yeah, those are very dark days, very, very painful days.
I remember that. I remember you would send me a message in Vox.
Man, it
was I had to issue this guy.
So painful. It was excruciating. But it just meant like the product wasn't good enough. And I wasn't willing to keep somebody's money for something that just didn't work or wasn't good. It wasn't delivering on the promise. And it just, it used to keep me up at night. But you had the reason why this topic came up is because T's had a recent experience where the customer service was just atrocious. So go ahead and tell us the story a little bit.
Yeah, so I ordered some clothing off a website, which I actually like the clothing a lot, right? I don't really like to spend a lot of money on clothes. It's not like my jam. So the quality is great. I love the fit. It's a great price. So I said, all right, well, I'm just going to go mayhem. Bought a bunch of shirts because, you know us, we wear the same 4 shirts every single week. After a while, this shit starts to stink. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I gotta get some new stuff. So I ordered it, right? Very easy to do, blah, blah, blah. Ordered, great price. Hey, it will be here in 10 to 14 days. Okay, cool. You know, you can go to Amazon, get it in 2 days, right? But anyways, I'm okay to let that happen because I really love the quality of the brand. Got it. Cool. Anyways, I kind of forgot about it, right? I'm like 21 days in. I'm like, hey, what happened to those clothes I got? Didn't get the clothes. I would look, check my tracking, no tracking. I called, say, hey, what's going on? Oh, there was something wrong with your shipping, whatever. I'm like, you guys don't like text me or email or like give me some type of update instead of me just thinking about it and finally reaching out. Like, oh, sorry about that, blah, blah. But call back in like 3 days and it should be shipped out. Again, I forgot about it. No, I didn't get no notification, nothing. Waited about a week and I call. I'm like, hey, where's my stuff at? Right. And then they go, oh, so something's wrong. So since it's been past 30 days, we're going to go ahead and just reship you the stuff. By the way, one of those shirts that you ordered 3 of, they're not in stock anymore. I'm like, okay, well, you just get my money back for that? Yeah. Okay, great. All right. So it'll be shipped in about 10 to 14 days. I'm like, 10 to 14 days? I'm like, hey, I've been waiting for over 30 days. Can you guys just hook me up with the rush delivery? I'm not saying get it priority. I need it tomorrow, but couple days, 3 days, something, right?
A reasonable request.
Yeah, reasonable. Like, dude, I'm like, I don't even care about the extra charge or whatever. Can you just forego probably like $15? That's probably what's going to come out of your guys' pocket out of this, right? So she goes, well, let me ask my manager. Ask my manager, comes back. Manager said we can't do that because technically you're on standard shipping. I'm like, well, just upgrade it. She goes, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that. I'm like, all right, I know this is not your fault. This has nothing to do with you. Obviously you don't make the decision for this because you had to go to your manager. But I'll tell you this, you're probably not going to have me as a customer anymore. This is a very small request from me that I waited over 30 days to get a pair of clothing that I could have probably just maybe went somewhere else to grab another of my other brands that I like for the same price. But I went with you But now, because you gave me this bad experience, if you would have just given me that little gesture, I would have said, hey, thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me, even very small. I might end up staying and keep buying the clothing. But now I have to wait an additional 14 days because you probably couldn't want to spend an extra $15 on me to get my delivery here within maybe 3 days. So that is
It's
a very
those things where it's just like there are companies that are just, there's so many ways you can win. Business in general is hard, right? Getting a customer is hard, right? Keeping customers is hard as well, but it's a lot better to keep a customer that you spent money to get than to lose them. So that's my philosophy. But in the event that you can't keep the customer, it is so much better then to preserve your reputation as a company, right? And offboard that customer in a way that works, right? Now, there are some people who have taken advantage of, in the early days, who took advantage of us. Like, I know a few of them that are like on my personal blacklist where I'm like, even if they reach out and I see a notification of them coming through as a customer, like, I'm going to refund it and block it from signing up. They're on that blacklist for but no, I probably wouldn't do that. That's pretty petty, but
but sure, it would feel good if you did it though.
But yeah, in the early days, especially with your business, and even as you get big, like your brand, your reputation becomes even more important. But it's extremely essential in the early days, right? Whether if you can't give somebody a refund, still going out of your way to try and take care of them and give some type of gesture or some type of concession or whatever it is, right, goes a long way. And we've had people who canceled, right, and initially canceled because of issues. And then I went out of my way to just apologize, to fix and resolve the issue for them. And they still didn't come back, but then they ended up referring somebody else. And I hit them up. I was like, thank you so much for the referral, but like, this didn't even work for you. Why'd you refer your friend? They're like, I know that no matter what, like I believe the product, I believe in the vision of what you're trying to solve with the product, right? It just didn't work out for me, but I hope that it works out for them. But I know that in the event that it doesn't work out, you're going to make sure they're taken care of. So I'd rather refer them to you than to refer them to some random other product that I don't have any kind of relationship with. Right. I was like, wow, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. But it's like one of those things where they could have been negative and they could have walked away and started talking bad about us, but he had nothing bad to say, and I think too many business owners forget the invisible hand that's either pushing them forward or pulling them back. And they feel this resistance. They're trying to make progress, and they just feel this like resistance pulling them back. That's making it really, really hard. And every inch that they get, they have to fight tooth and nail for, versus if their reputation is great and they start marketing and they start looking to expand, that reputation starts pushing you forward and makes it feel like each step is like you're taking a leap, right? And it's effortless. It's because of reputation.
Yeah. And you got to remember too, in this day and age, one, reputation is everything, because everybody can know about anybody's business like that, right? This isn't pre-social media. Pre-social media and all this, you can get away of doing that stupid shit, right? You can get away of and nobody will know about it until like 6 months or 1 year later before somebody even gets a hit of it or anything like that. Now I can go in a group. I can look on the internet. I can do whatever I want and find an answer to somebody about their business within minutes, right? So reputation is everything. And I know it from even when our other companies, and even what we're doing now is I would be in groups and I would never say anything. I would just be the kind of person in the back and just see what they like. I would be one of those groups, like one of those guys in the groups. Like, I just want to make sure what they're saying about our company. Right. And then they'll be like, yeah, well, you know what? They didn't work out for us. But however, dude, they really took care of me. and all that stuff. They did everything they can. They even issued me a refund, and they said, they apologized. I've seen those messages in groups. Eventually, I was kicked out of the group because they realized that was part of the company.
It's like people don't really understand how powerful that is. You're in a group of customers for a specific service, right? So they're different groups of people who pay for different services. They'll join groups, and that group is really designed to just talk shit about the services, right? And if it was good, they'll talk about how good it was. But if it was bad, they'll talk about how bad it was. And for somebody to be in a group like that, not have the best results working with us, and still be like, man, I would still recommend these guys because they're going to take care of you. That is huge. And I know some people, and there's some people in that space that were shocked because we took it by storm, right? 2020 to like 2022, like we flipped that like business mentorship vertical upside down and just like crushed a bunch of people. And they were wondering, how the hell did we do it so fast? It's because of that. I was very aware of those communities, and none of them were aware of them. So they weren't aware of like people talking shit about their programs online because of how bad their service was. So those are, and for me, I'm like, that's everything. If your customers or even the disgruntled customers have nothing bad to say about you, then you're going to continue to grow. And I take that principle from, it's actually from a verse in the Bible. That's really where that came from. Like, it was like, I don't remember what the exact verse says, but it says, conduct yourself in a manner such that, even your adversaries have nothing bad to say about you, right? Be above reproach, something along those lines. I was like, that's really in business. If you can nail that, right? You conduct yourself in such a manner, you treat people in such a way where even the people that don't like you have nothing bad to say about you. Even the people that don't get the results from working with your business, they have nothing bad to say about you. Then you have license to grow and scale the business. But you have to be able to intentionally preserve that core and make sure the people that you're bringing onto the team have that same kind of attitude, and they understand the importance of the reputation of the company and the brand, and it conducting themselves in a way that is aligned. All right. That's why you have brands like Chick-fil-A that are known for.
Shoot, I love Chick-fil-A. Like, I love the food, but I love more the service and how freaking awesome the people are. Like, they're just like, and it's okay. There's a couple of things from Chick-fil-A. One, I think the food's great. Two, they're very nice, and they're just represent themselves well. They all do the same, so there's not very like big differences between this person, that person. So they take care of you. They're fast, and they never. There's the thing about fast food. I don't eat it very often, but fast food, they freaking have a knack of messing up your damn order, and I hate it. I'm like, I got one order. It's a number one, Carl's Jr. Double. I love double Western, crisp cut fries, Diet Coke. Let's go, baby. How do you mess it up? You know what I mean? It's one order. It doesn't take hard. And I can go to Chick-fil-A, order a big old thing for the whole family. They never mess up. They have never messed up an order. It's just like, I love Chick-fil-A. It's just their service is so freaking awesome, dude. It's great.
How do we essentially create that kind of thing? And we get really good feedback generally from people on like the team and the service that we provide alongside the product and the software. But it's really, really important. You have Chick-fil-A, you have In-N-Out that also does a really good job of that. And the main focus is like, if you can have a really great product, right? And if it's a product that requires some type of customer service, and you have a really great customer service and create a really great experience, like, you're going to win. Even if you don't have your marketing really figured out to a point where it's like you're growing at an explosive rate, you're still going to win. right? It's just going to take a little bit longer for you to get there. But that compounding effect is still there, right? And so for me, with Charlie, what we want to build is a compounding engine, whereas like we bring in a customer, and one customer, they're so blown away by both the product and the service and the customer support and just the entire experience. They're blown away by both things that they essentially just be like, hey, I know you're using this tool and you may love it. You need to work with these guys, right? These guys are where it's at, right? And have that as a core engine. And I really believe if we can nail that, then we get an unlimited runway to figure out marketing and figure out what it's going to take to kind of like blow it up. But that's going to be the thing that kind of keeps it together and gives you the opportunity to figure it out.
Yeah. And it goes to show that it doesn't matter, because people might say like, well, you know, when you're smaller, you could do all that. No, we just named Chick-fil-A, huge. We just named In-N-Out, huge. Another one where I heard a story, it was on the internet, and I know they're really good on customer service because they really talk about it at a high level, and it's First Form, right? Somebody called First Form, call and be like, hey guys, so I'm looking for this part about this part and this part. They're like, a part? Sorry, sir, we don't do automotive parts. We're a supplement company, a nutrition company. Like, oh, sorry about that. But no worries. Like, what kind of part are you trying to look for? Oh, okay. Like, what kind of car? And they took the guy from getting this part, finding where the part is, and then contacting the manufacturer to try to find the part for him. And then they got him hooked up. Like, dude, talking about customer service, that's going above and beyond for not even in the same industry, right? But it goes to show that everything that we've been a part of, we've always gotten that feedback. The coaching consulting company, that same feedback. Charlie, the same feedback. Bluche, like we had one of our clients that kind of works with somebody else. She goes, I hate those guys. They don't ever respond to me. They take like 3 days. I'm like, you guys are like immediately. I'm like, man, maybe it is everything we touch. We just have
it really, because service. That's the intention is for me.
Yeah, we care.
We care 100%, right? And it's funny that we got a line on like our core values. So number one is caring, right? Like we actually give a shit. Like we care about the work that we do, the people that we do it with, and the people that we do it for, right? Overarching, we just care. And that's like rung true across the board. And then number two is we're committed, right? So we're committed to excellence. So if we do something, we want to do it exceptionally well, right? I don't want to just skate by and be mediocre. I want to be the absolute best that we can possibly be. And then number three is we're competent, right? We build competence. Like we want to be experts at what we do. And then number four is we're curious. So we care, we're committed, we're competent, and we're curious. And I think overarching that builds, like if we do those four things really well, and I think we do it at a high level in everything that we've been a part of and every project that we embark on, like that's like the heart and the essence of it. And people gravitate towards that. And I never really saw customer service as like a competitive advantage, you know, because I'm like, I just didn't feel like it doesn't feel like a real thing, but apparently it really is, you know, and it's one of those things that's completely overlooked. So for those of you guys who are listening, like make sure you're taking time to really be intentional about the experience that you're creating around your product or service, right? And if you're selling something super cheap and it's high volume, you can still be intentional about the experience, right? And it does not matter how big or small you are. In fact, the bigger you are, the more you intentionally need to be, because if you don't do it well, the larger surface area for more people to get hurt, right? And then that's going to compound and start to create a really bad reputation. So for me, I'm like, I want to do that. And anyone who doesn't believe it's scalable, like, well, continue being small, because we're going to scale this unscalable process of making sure the experience for our users and our clients are 10 out of 10. All right. And so if it means that we have to grow slower and have more processes and more kind of safeguards in place to ensure that as we start ramping things up, then that's what it means. But if you can nail that, great product, great customer experience, every single customer that you bring on is going to be a compounding engine. Each customer starts telling more, and then those more start telling more. And before you know it, it's just like everyone knows about you because of your reputation. And that's the thing I'm the most proud of, right? When I connect with people in this space that I admire as entrepreneurs or what they're doing, and they're like, man, like I've heard nothing but great things about you guys. You guys have a really good reputation. I'm like, oh man, that's like the greatest compliment that you can give me or anyone on our team. Is like, you guys have a really good reputation, right? And I'm like, man, you know what? We are extremely intentional about that. Thank you for validating that our efforts are going noticed, right? So that's it. Any other stuff you want to touch on as far as that goes?
No, that's I think we hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, dude, just go above and beyond. I guess two things: go above and beyond for your clients, man. It might suck that it comes out of your bank account that day, right? But it's gonna come back tenfold. That's number one. And then and number two is when you're wrong, well, own it. Fucking own it, dude. Like, I effed up. Sorry. This is what I can do. I can try to fix it this way. I mean, if anything, I can issue a refund or give you a month free on us. Give me a chance to turn it around for you, man. Cause I really think this could work for you. Are you okay with that? Let them make the decision. But if they know that, they're going to be like that guy and say, hey man, it didn't work out for me, but here's a couple dudes that referred you. So anyways, those are the two things.
That's really it. Like, you got to own it, be consistent, and look for those wow factors, those opportunities to kind of go above and beyond. And the thing about it is, like, people, honestly, like, if you just do deliver on what they expect you to deliver on and you're consistent, that is for them, that is like, wow. Like, and then if you can figure out ways to engineer like cherries on top and kind of make it feel like you're even going above and beyond that, we were just gonna be blown away. So hope you guys found this helpful. We're just sharing with you things that we're learning and what we're being intentional on with the experience that we want to create for everyone who's using Charlie and what we're doing with our products and services. I just want to have a really great reputation that I can be proud of, that if my kids hear about the work that we do from some random person who's encountered our company or our service, that I want them to be like, wow, like that's my dad works with that company, or my dad runs that company, or something along those lines. Like, those are the kind of things that act as our North Star. Is I want to be able to sleep at night knowing that I've gone out of my way to honor God in the way that I take care of people, in the way that I show up for our team, my family, our people, and our users and our clients. So guys, if you find this helpful, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, stay calm, change lives, and have business on your terms. Peace.